Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility on this Wednesday. New review day here, as always. Today, for this particular episode, we're going to take a look at a brand new album on Frontiers Records from a Swedish band. It's their second album. The band is called Paralydium Universe Calls, is their new album. Let's take a look here. Listed as a progressive metal band. This is my first time listening to Paralydium. I will say, to me, they sound more like a symphonic and melodic prog band with some metal elements, as opposed to just straight up progressive metal. But, from what I've been reading, apparently their debut album was a little heavier than this particular one, but I've never heard it, so I really can't judge by it. But let's take a look at the booklet here. There's the band right there. Got full lyrics, more info on the recording, and the band once again. So who are the band? Okay, so we've got John Berg, all guitars, additional keyboards, programming, and orchestration. He's apparently the kind of leader of the band. You got Jorg Harnsten-Egg on drums. You got Alexander Lycke, or Lycke, Lycke, don't know how he says that, on vocals. And Jonathan Olsen on bass, and Mikael Blanc on keyboards. All right, and all songs published by the band, all background vocals arranged by John Berg and performed by John Berg and Alexander Lycke. Produced by John, mixed by Mats Eriksson, and John Berg, mastered by Mats Eriksson. So, my first impression, second and third impression of this band, I really like this album. I think it's very good. Like I said, from a lot of things I've read, their first album is much, much more in a metal vein, with lots of influences from like Symphony X and Dream Theater and, the usual suspects like that. I will say, upon hearing just this album and not hearing the debut, I don't really hear any Symphony X here at all. What I get more often is a very melodic, kind of little less metallic Dream Theater. That's kind of what this band sounds like to me. It's not like any of these songs are rip-offs of Dream Theater songs at all, but it's kind of like the formula, right? Lots of keys in the mix. It's very, very melodic. The songs flow very, very nicely. I really like the vocals. He sounds to me a lot like Doogie White. If you like Doogie White's vocals, that's basically, it's funny because like from the very first song, I'm like, oh, wait a second. That voice sounds like someone else, and I had to listen to another minute or so, and then I was kind of like, yeah, it's Doogie. He's got a very similar timbre as Doogie does, very similar delivery. There's 7 tracks on here, of which 2 of them, the Arcane Exploration Part 1 and Part 2, which Part 1 is track number 4, Part 2 is track number 7. Those in total, about 25 minutes worth of music. Part 1 is just under 12 minutes. The other is 13. Really good. Again, it's progressive metal, but it's very, very melodic and very symphonic progressive metal. I will say that I think the guitar tones and the riffs lack a certain amount of crunch. That's why I hear a lot of people comparing them to Symphony X. Symphony X's music, Michael Romeo's guitar, way, way, way more crunchy than this. I think that aspect is toned down quite a bit on this album. But the songs are very, very memorable. After the opening prelude, you get Sands of Time, which is a really good song. It's just under 6 minutes long. It's just reminds me of like early 90s Dream Theater. It's very melodic, good chorus, lots of keys. Guitar is very tasty. The soloing is really good. You get some cool back and forth soloing between the synth and the key and the guitars, which is kind of nice, right? Reminds you of Dream Theater, that back and forth thing, right? Forging the Past is track number 3. That's about just over 9 minutes long. That's also really good. Then, like I mentioned, you get the Arcane Exploration Part 1. I like it. Just enough soloing to keep it interesting. It's moody, it's atmospheric, it's got the catchy chorus, all that sort of thing. I dig it. Caught in a Dream is also really, really good. In fact, Caught in a Dream, probably the heaviest song on the album, and I really like that a lot. The guitar is definitely more upfront on that one. It's kind of complex, really good. It's probably my favorite song on the album. Then you have another little interlude before the Arcane Exploration Part 2, and again, it's big, grand, majestic, symphonic, all that sort of thing. I like it. I think if I have any kind of thing to say about this on the negative side is that like I said, I wish the guitars the riffs and things were had a little more crunch to them, because at times it's like, you're hearing some of these kind of riffy sections, but it's just as much bass and keyboards as it is guitar, and I just wish the guitar had a little bit more oomph to it overall. but the playing is spectacular. He's a great soloist, right? There's some really tasty solos on here, and keyboard solos as well. I love the vocals. The vocals are a standout on the album, and overall the band is just really good. The rhythms are great. I really can't say anything bad about it, and it's a really good sounding album. So, I've been fluctuating back and forth, and I dig the cover art too, between a 3.5 and a 4. I don't know if it's quite a 4, but it's pretty damn close. If I were to nitpick, I'd probably go like 3.85 out of 5, something like that. I think it's very, very well done, whether you call it progressive metal or whether you call it just kind of heavier prog, symphonic prog, whatever. It's really good. Paralydium Universe Calls, second album from the Swedish band on Frontiers Records. If you've heard it, let us know what you think down in the comments below. If not, go check it out and let us know what you think afterwards. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Look for the join button. And thanks in advance for all your support there and help. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.